Hi everybody, it's Joanne from PCE Social Media and Happy New Year! This is my first video of the year, so I thought I'd keep it very relevant with a 2020 theme. And this one is called How to Set Your Goals for 2020 and Actually Achieve Them. So my first tip is to actually start planning the year ahead. Now, you don't have to rush about into this, you don't have to really go all out and plan the whole year, just starting to plan is a start. So what I do suggest is probably either getting a planner or a diary, some computer software, or make use of the apps on your phone. Like there's plenty of like planning apps, to-do lists, things like that on your phone already. I have actually got a few favourite ones which I'm going to come to in a minute. But like I say, start off small, start with weekly goals, what you'd like to achieve per week. So for example, I have to plan a lot of content for my clients, so I may have to plan so many posts for the week and design the images for them as well. So I might do the images first and get them all lined up for the week, and then I'll do the content like the next day, or you know, I've got so many days to do the content. So plan it like that, do one thing at a time and visualize it. It's always great to visualize what you've got, what's going on in your head. So I always suggest like you write it down or put it on, you know, get it out of your head and write it down or put it on the PC or something like that, so you've just got a plan to work to. There's a few tasks, there's a few diary options and to-do lists that I do recommend online that I've come across on Instagram. One of them is Creations by A, well it says AE, so it could be shortened for somebody, or it might be initials. She's got a collection of like diaries, mugs, flasks, stationery, and they're all bespoke, so they can be designed with your logos on them or your name. And they're really quite fancy and nice, so I do recommend that one. I've seen her come up quite a few times on Instagram. Another one is Personalised Diary. Now this is very, very flamboyant and very blingy, so if you're into your bling and your sparkles, then check that out. It's a Personalised Diary, all one word. And yeah, she's got mainly diary designs, but they are literally so blingy. They're just covered in jewels and pearls and whatever design you want. But obviously they really stood out to me, so that's why I thought I'd recommend them. But yeah, and then there's to-do lists as well. There's one called Wunderlist, which is available on your phone and desktop. There's Microsoft To Do, again, you can have that on your desktop and phone. There's Notes, your Notes app, which is on your phone already. So yeah, and you can always like set up alerts on your phone as well to remind you to do tasks through the day. Like you can set an alert for 12 o'clock to say, you know, to see if you finished a certain task, things like that. So it's just getting into the habit of like using these functions that we've already got to hand, but we never really use them because we're just thinking about them all the time. So the idea is to just get them all out of your head, basically. I actually prefer using Microsoft To Do and Teams because we work in an office. It's easier to delegate tasks as well, so you can invite people onto each task. So say I wanted something designing like some artwork on Photoshop, I might invite Steve into that as well. And I'll type something underneath it and say I need this header doing for Facebook, so by such a date. So then I'll be able to see where he's up to, and he can share that with me online. So I think Microsoft Teams is really good for that, for delegating tasks with. So that's my first tip for 2020. It's to get a planner, a diary, or start working to tasks and to-do lists. Number 2, right, well I want to reiterate a point from one of my previous videos that I did with my little girl, Chloe. And it's to basically just live in the now. Just don't make excuses for your surroundings or what you're wearing or what you look like. Just like pick up your phone and just shoot, you know, do the video, whatever you've got going on in your head, pick it up and just talk about it. Like for example, at the moment I've got a few different income streams at the moment. So for one of my businesses, I'll be talking about like health and well-being. So what I'm cooking in the kitchen, I might want to share with my clients about that. So literally as I'm cooking, I'll just pick up my phone and say, this is what I've got for breakfast today. I'm cooking crispy kale with bacon and sweet potato, something like that. And then that's it. And I'm just showing them as I'm going along, which I've just got my phone in this hand whilst I'm doing it. And then I'll put my phone down and that's it, done. I'll eat my breakfast, get on with it, and it's all done and dusted. So it literally takes just 2 minutes. It's just, you know, and you've got content as well. You've got content for your feed, you've got content for Facebook, you're telling your clients what you're up to, you're keeping that connection flowing with your audience, and you've got content as well. So yeah, everyone's, you know, lots of people have got kids at the end of the day, but again, that is using it as an excuse to not do the filming. Like Chloe could probably walk in here at any minute in the background, and again, that's not going to stop me from doing a video about tips for you guys. So, you know, people will just think, oh, well, it doesn't look professional. To me, I couldn't care less. As long as I'm giving the message out to you guys, that's all that matters to me. And if she asks me a question, then fair enough. I can still get on with my life and still give you the tips what, you know, I want to give to you today. So don't use that as an excuse. Everyone's always busy. Everyone's always working up, you know, busy situations in the head. Like, oh, I've got to do some shopping, and then I've got to take my daughter to ballet. I've got to take my daughter to ballet now. But I'm getting this video done in between taking her to a dancing, in between shopping. You get it. Just pick up your phone, do the video, and then it's done. Or just write the content. Write the content as if you're in a coffee shop waiting for, you know, for example, I'm going to be in a coffee shop later waiting for my daughter to do a dancing. I'll do a bit of work in there. I might do a post in there. So it's just something to get out there to speak to your audience with. So number 3 is to get out of your comfort zone to actually find peace within yourself. So plan to attend networking events, plan to see your friends, plan a date night, plan outings with your family, be spontaneous. Sometimes the best plans happen when you're being spontaneous. You know, just make the most of reconnecting with your friends and your family. And you know, sometimes you can get the best advice from your friends as well, like a problem shared is a problem halved, so to speak. But don't obviously focus it all around work. You're there to get out of that situation. You know, you can briefly touch subject on it, but you know, just get out of, you know, the same 4 walls, the work environment. Just have that break, because it just gives you that rest. It gives you your mind a bit of peace, a bit of rest from all the busyness that's going on. Even just to sit there and watch a film for an hour or something like that, just to get you out of that busy, you know, environment and all the things of what's going on in your head. It just gives you that bit of time to yourself and to your friends as well. You know, you've just got to make the effort to connect with your friends. Like I always go and see my family at the weekend, or I'll make arrangements to see my other best friend in Sale down the road just for a quick catch up, get the kids together, things like that. You've just always got to include that family time as well. You know, just to give yourself a bit of a break, basically. That's all I'm saying on that one. And then that leads me very nicely onto point number 4, make time for you as well. Because all me saying this now is going to give you that mindset to when it comes to working again. You know, you can think of new ideas. Obviously it won't lead to burnout and stress. It just gives you that peace so you can switch off and not think about work. So coming back to you, what can you do to, you know, for you? Read a book. How about find a hobby? Join a club. Do some like yoga or even meditate. Anything to just take you out of the busyness of life, basically. And the bottom line is, it's just a better way to, you know, to connect yourself to others and your community as well.